Living in the Federal Capital Territory, the nation's capital, the seat of power in Nigeria, should come with benefits. But for rural communities, opposite is the case. These communities are bedeviled with insecurity and the death of basic social amenities. And that's going to be our focus on Community Forum. Welcome to the program. I am Sarah Yiku. Abuja, Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory, is no doubt beautiful. Its significant location is in the heart of the country, and it is continually expanding. With much of Abuja's development concentrated at the city center, the satellite towns and rural communities are lagging behind. Over the years, Abuja natives have continuously complained about what they call neglect by the federal government. Their grouse with the government stems from a lot of issues.
The natives, the original inhabitants, are these people that have been here before the creation of FCT. Federal capital came to be, but I put it to you that we are a series of challenges facing the indigenous people of FCT. Government have deliberately abandoned the people of FCT. We don't have a minister representing FCT. And so we don't have anybody representing us at the Federal Executive Council meeting that is held every Wednesday. We don't have anybody that is part of the decision-making body. Federal Executive Council is the highest decision-making body in this country, and then the Constitution has it that the president shall choose an indigene of each state, 36 states, including FCT, because FCT in the Constitution said it shall be treated as if it's one of the states. And at any point they are making reference of electoral issue, of constitutional issue, they will say 36 states and FCT. In fact, let me give you this. In the Electoral Act, it said the president, for you to be declared the president, winner of presidential election, you shall win 2/3 of the states and FCT. So FCT is a requisite requirement for you to be declared as the winner of presidential election. So usually you will find out that when they are doing election, FCT will have its own, and will have electoral rec here, the resident electoral commissioner. Anytime they are doing JAC meeting, where they share resources of this country, FCT is also there. Anything that has to do with states and the federalism, FCT is always captured. But when it comes to dividend of democracy and benefits that every part and section of this country is enjoying, FCT is usually skimmed out of it. The whole of FCT has only one senator. We don't have more than one senator. Unlike other states that have 3 senators. You have West, Central, and then South, and East, sorry. But in FCT, we have only one senatorial district. That is to tell you, it's only one person that is representing the entire people of FCT.
Living in the beautiful Federal Capital Territory should bring with it benefits. But for some communities, insecurity reigns supreme, despite the fact that all of Nigeria's security formations have their headquarters in Abuja. This is the 14-kilometer Kuje-Peggy Road. It is a road of torture, bordered by weeds on both sides. It remains abandoned with no drainage system in place. The bad state of the road is an advantage for men of the underworld who creep into the community to abduct innocent residents. They steal, they kill, they maim, and they rape. One can only imagine what residents of the communities along this route go through daily. This is Peggy Estate, a 1,000-unit resettlement area for those displaced from Idu and Karimo areas of the FCT. Built to mark Abuja at 30, it is located on a land measuring 85,000 square kilometers, and it is divided into 5 zones. A blanket of insecurity envelopes the atmosphere. red spots, commonly called a bush path by residents. It is a nice work of nature, surrounded by banana and cashew trees, but now a shade for perpetrators of evil. Although the environment is serene, people pass this place with their hearts in their mouths, not knowing if they will make it to the other side. Many Peggy residents have encountered the kidnappers here. Others have had their motorbikes stolen, and some others have paid the ultimate price.
They are kidnapping many people in this road. Several times, people are not used to move in this road again because they are picking many people here. Last time when they pick, they carry almost 9 and they shooting. The way they shoot, rapid shooting, we lost one of a civil defense personnel. That is why this road is no longer terrible again. So we have a challenge here, security challenging on the road. That is what we are facing in this community.
Peggy communities on the siege. It is a situation that has left residents living on the edge. Solomon Isif says the local vigilante group is greatly challenged even though they work in conjunction with the police.
We have it because there's no mobility, no arms. We are just managing with we are dead gun and we are vehicle. This our vehicle we are using to fire it to go around. Last time what happened? The kidnappers, they give us, let's say, 10 meters away before they starting operating. And their gun, what they are using, we are not using the same type. That's where we are facing the challenges. So this machine what we are using is a risk to us. If federal government can assist us to give us the mobility, like heal us, so we can also to join hands together with the police and do patrol.
Reverend Father Leo is a priest of the Catholic Diocese of Abuja and the parish priest of St. Francis Church, Peggy. He tells us the security situation keeps deteriorating.
Last year, it was in October 7 to be precise, we had this time around it was even worse because those that were taken were almost like 9 in number, and then with some little 1 or 2 kids. And it really created panic here. Everybody started living in fear. We thank God for our vigilante who the community employed, but you see those people with the kind of gun we were hearing, it superseded the one our vigilante because they only use this den gun. And you can know it. So one with a den gun and someone with a sophisticated weapon, you cannot just withstand. And then they took people over 9 and little children, and then it was again a sad and dark day here. If you pass here, anything once it is dark, then you are on your own, or you are passing at your own risk. Even in the daytime, if you pass alone, you can see it. Anything could happen. The trees and the grasses are safe havens. The moment these people come and pick you, once they enter the bush, they know the terrain, they know how, before you know it, they are gone. And just to bring to your notice again, just shortly before, few days before Christmas, in this very road, a case of not just kidnapping, raping, and other heinous crimes. I want to use this opportunity to call on government. The community, we've tried our best. We've tried our best to bring money from the little resources we have to at least even grade the road. This road, you see it, some of this from the little resources people bring from their personal purses. We are calling on government. You can now see now, the raining season very soon will come in. Look at our road. The minister promised that in no distant time, the road will be done. We've not seen anything. The only thing we can give kudos to them is they brought the DP who made the division here. So we thank God for the government. They are trying, but we expect them. What we need here mostly is road, security, and infrastructure.
For the many people who were relocated here from their former places of abode to this place in 2005, is life any better?
Due to demolition that took place in 2005, FCDA, Federal Government, Federal Capital Authority, brought us to this place with the promises that they will put the infrastructure, because we have those things closer to us. We have pipe bone water running where they brought us from, and the promise they are linking us to Apo, which is 12-kilometer drive to this place. But as I'm talking to you now, they've not opened up the road. Ministers and ministers have been coming, promising us things will be done, and you can see it's all over the news. So many people have lost their life on this boot path. And because of this, we, these para people, decided last year to grade the road. It is from our own pocket. We finance the road work. And this bush path is just about 4 kilometers, less than 4 kilometers. But I'm sure more than 30 people have lost their life on this road. This thing doesn't happen on the Thai road. It's on this bush path. We call it bush path. It's just 4-kilometer road. And we have been calling on the authority to please help. We are citizens of this country.
We are again on the Peggy Road, and after more than 15 minutes navigating through the bad road, we arrived at the rural community. Now, this is the real Peggy village. A very big difference exists. Mud houses and silos line up the area. And one thing, the people go about their daily businesses in fear.
This is Peggy community, and the estate we passed there, you can see there was a signboard there that Abuja at 30. That is Peggy estate. You can see the distance from that place to this Peggy is still far. All people are living here now with fears because of this insecurity. There's kidnapping, all this. In fact, every time, always, when we are even sitting there like this, the way people are gathering, before you know, you hear gunshot everywhere and people run away. You can see people are no more going to farm again. Our major occupation here is farming. You understand? People are no longer going to farm again because of this issue. So we don't know what to do. Government should come to our help. We only have vigilante here that they are helping us. We only have vigilante. Their weapon they cannot compare with those people.
Ransom after ransom. Community members are fast losing count of the amount of money spent to secure the release of those who were abducted.
We package the money and then we went to the bush. They will tell us where to meet them, drop the money. They will now come and pick before we now see our people back. You can see from Kuje to this place, the road is very, very rough, and which is giving these people privilege to stay on the road, because the road, even the car cannot move smoothly. So they use that advantage to block the road and then snatch our people. So we need government to come and intervene and help us grade the road for us so that this issue of kidnapping will be lesser.
As quiet as a grave, no one is in sight. Even crickets and birds have decided to be silent. This is Kabi Mangoro Road on the Kuje Area Council, now deserted. Thick bushes surround the area, even as a rock stands overlooking the community from a distance. Plagued by the lack of basic amenities, the fate of many communities around this area lies in the hand of the government, especially as the access road leading to their communities has become a road of death. When will they sleep with their two eyes closed?
The road is very lonely. Nobody is passing. You can walk all alone 1 hour without seeing anybody along the road. And this area has been the most dangerous area in Kuje Area Council, where kidnappers, come around to kidnap Some of these kidnappers are living around this vicinity. They are living, you can see one very mountain there up behind me. They live around these places, and we are calling on the federal government to take a proactive measure. You see them around, bush, with sophisticated weapons. And they go to our farmers, tormenting them, kidnapping them anyhow. Even along this road, they have been raping women. So a lot of activities, evil activities are happening along this road. We are calling on the federal government, please, to intervene. Last week, they killed somebody. Last upper week, they kidnapped about how many? 7 to 9.
As we left the area to link Dafara, another community, we got to experience firsthand the struggle to navigate through the roads. At this spot, tires roar. It's a struggle to pass, and pushing becomes the only option to get the car back on track. The Farah is quiet. People are watching and praying that the men of the underworld do not strike again. Another morning beckons in the Federal Capital Territory. This dusty patch in another part of the Federal Capital Territory leads to Rubochi community in Kuje Area Council. The road gets better at some point as we arrived at the ancient community. Community is quiet. It is also devoid of all the finery that attracts people to the Federal Capital Territory. As with other communities in this area, insecurity pervades the atmosphere despite the presence of a police division in the area. The abductions continue unabated. The palace of the traditional ruler, Etsurubochi, is our first stop. In November 2019, the Esu of Rubochi was also abducted from this community. The fact that he is the traditional ruler of this community didn't in any way deter the kidnappers who leave tears and misery in their wake.
I was kidnapped. No security here. And I came back after I regained my freedom. I came back here, there was no security here. In fact, when you come in here, you think you are not even part of Abuja. In case of security, we find it very difficult. Though we have a police division here, the police people here, I don't think they are up to 10 in number. Kidnappers entered this village, they went away with some people. The security people, the presence of security here is zero. We don't have security here. We feel we are not part of FCT. Based on the security and the way they are treating us. You can see the village is an old village, but we don't know what the federal government is doing about us. Go to the town now, you find security everywhere. Even personal people, contractors, you see them with the security. We don't know what is happening.
Apart from insecurity, Rubochi is faced with many more challenges stemming from the lack of development. In Rubochi, inner roads are bad.
And this road from here to Gariki, it won't take up to 45 minutes. Just open it. They're just leaving us like that. Are we not part of Nigeria? Huh? Our people, we pay taxes. Why are our taxes money? See villages. Go behind my house now. There's a primary school there. We call it pilot. Go and see classrooms. You shed tears. Keep on telling me they are renovating classroom. Go here, not even remote areas. Children are under tree. And every year they keep on saying, budgeting money for education. What is the money for education?
Electricity cables meant to ensure that residents get power supply lie on the ground. Community elders no longer know what to do about the situation. The kidnappers have struck in this building twice. The physical scars are evident, and the emotional scars refuse to go away.
I just saw them inside the fence. They forced their way inside my bedroom, forced me out at a gunpoint, because the number up to between 10 and above with guns carried me away to walk on the bush.
For like how many minutes? For like how many minutes did you walk in the bush?
I can't know the numbers of miles because it was even raining that day.
Was your face covered or something?
No, they didn't cover my face.
Were you the only one?
No, we are three. Two in this village and three of us from the village.
So you walked all through 4 days. Did they establish contact with your family or how?
Yes, they established a contact. They use my phone.
Okay. To call your family members?
Yes.
So, but what was the conversation like? Were you even allowed to speak with your family members?
Not quite right.
So since then, when it happened in 2019, were you even scared or were you anticipating that it could come back in 2020?
No, I wasn't. But that trauma had been with me. I was not myself because my life was either dead because the agony was unbearable. Myself and my wife and my daughter have gone, and whether I will survive or not, it's God that's making me to survive up to this time around.
We moved around the village and we noticed that getting potable water is also a challenge. These are thick bushes and gullies harboring all sorts of dangerous animals, but down this path is where many of the residents get water for domestic use.
And down there is our major source of water, and this is where our women do go for source of water to wash clothes, to wash plates, and bath with it, and also drink it. Yes, well, we have tried so far. We have some few boreholes, which is normally done by local drillers, I think so. Then I think that one is now helping us. So the percentage or the pressure have reduced from here. The one government has provided, they are no longer working, they are not functionable again. So our major source now is here and the little borehole we have in town. Yeah, it is very difficult for us now because here you see some women, they'll come like from 9 o'clock till 12 o'clock before they should be able to access water. So we want the government, especially the local government, because that is only where we can speak to, where we can cry to. Our hands cannot get us to the local and federal government. So we want the local government chairman to assist us, maybe by providing more boreholes, local one, the one we call local one in this town. We call them local boreholes, by providing them to us so that we can have a means of good water.
It is a long journey within the community just to get water, and it is not even portable. From this well comes the water many use daily. Washing clothes by the well is not uncommon. Abuja natives and residents yearn for the benefits of being in the Federal Capital Territory, especially the security of lives and property to stem the wave of abductions. Thousands of Abuja natives displaced to make way for the continuous expansion of Nigeria's capital, it only means that more people are going to leave the places that they now call home.